opens up about one of the hardest years of his life. He doesn't normally open up like this, does he? What happened?
No, he doesn't. He's not usually as open as, say, Prince Harry, but he's basically been speaking out publicly about the last year that they've had as a family, and has said that it's been dreadful, probably the hardest year in his life. And I think it's kind of really great, actually, when people in the public eye, like the royals, are so open. We've actually had some really good, nice news today. So Kate is going to be sort of taking on public duties again, starting with Remembrance Sunday. So she's going to be at the Cenotaph on Sunday. She's going to be at a special Festival of Remembrance sort of concert at the Royal Albert Hall on Saturday night. So he's talking about what a tough year it's been. You know, his dad's been diagnosed with cancer. His wife was diagnosed with cancer. They've got 3 kids to sort of get through those really difficult times. And I think it's a real reminder that kind of doesn't matter how rich you are, how famous you are, there are always going to be tough times in life, and it's very helpful when people talk about it. But I think it's also really lovely to have this great bit of news about the Princess of Wales, which is, it sounds like she's doing really well and she's going to be resuming public duties.
I didn't see, it's interesting, it's not down here, but I saw a quote on one of the news sites this morning where I think it was just answering questions around Earthshot, and they were asking you about, you know, do you enjoy your role? And he said, there's a lot of it I don't enjoy. I don't enjoy the responsibility. There's a lot of being a member of the royal family isn't that great. He didn't, not exactly those words, but that intonation. But he said that what I do enjoy is when I can get my hands dirty in something like Earthshot and make a difference, you know? It's good to see him opening up.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, I think he's one of the realest... he feels, to me, like one of the most relatable kind of members of the royal family, him and Kate. And I personally... because there's been this sort of tradition almost in the royal family where you don't really speak about personal issues and you have to kind of keep a distance and kind of appear perfect. And I think that Will and Kate have very much not tried to appear perfect. They've been very honest about the things that they've gone through. And so I think that's exactly what we need, really, from members of the royal family, for them to appear relatable and for the public to remember that, you know, yes, they're one of the most powerful, you know, families in the world, but actually they're still just people. Well,
there's a wider conversation here, I suppose, isn't there? What's their role going forward in 10, 20, 50 years' time? How do they remain relevant? How do they remain fit for purpose? How do you remain, what's the point of them? Do you know what I mean?
Well, actually, it's really interesting because King Charles, back when he was, you know, the Prince of Wales, one of the things that he was really interested in was thinking about the modernisation of the royal family and, you know, basically slimming it down, thinking about what role they play in public life. It can still be an important role, but there doesn't maybe need to be quite so many members of the royal family doing sort of public occasions at quite such great expense. So I think that's something very much on his mind. It will be on, you know, Prince William's mind as well. But it was really interesting, that sort of implication there that you were talking about how sometimes it's a tough job. And I personally think it's very tough to be born into a job for life.
Imagine if you don't want to do it.
You've basically got no choice. And, like, you know, it's kind of... it's hard, like, it's not like... For some people, fame is a choice and it's something you do because of the career you've pursued. For these guys, they are born into it. And I'm sure they would say, well, look, there are loads of privileges that come with our lifestyle. There clearly are. So don't feel too sorry for us. But sometimes I actually do feel a bit sorry for them because they've got zero choice in this. Like, you know, Prince Harry wasn't really into it and kind of tried to opt out. And, you know, some people would say he played it quite badly in the sense that, you know, he still clearly wanted to be famous. But, you know, you've got to feel sorry for that guy because he was, you know, born into it. He went through something really traumatic when he was just 10, losing his mum in the sort of, you know, public eye of the nation. And, you know, there were things that are really, really difficult about it.
I'll tell you, you do feel sorry for him. The inherited hairline. Now, up top, these guys do not get a good deal. But when it comes to the hirsute beard, the royal families always rock a good beard.
Yeah, that's true.
And it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, we go. Look at that.
See, I
mean, that's kind of
it.
stubbly. It's not too long.
It is stubbly.
Yeah. This caused quite a stir, though, didn't it, in South Africa?
Yeah. Well, he's said that when he first grew out his beard, his daughter, Princess Charlotte, she was in floods of tears, apparently.
What, as in she wanted it or she didn't want it?
Well, apparently she just was so sort of flabbergasted at why her dad looked suddenly so different. That so he said he had to shave it off the first time he grew a beard because she was just so upset. I think it's a really good look, actually. I like a beard.
And I do.
I think it makes him look younger.
Well. Moustaches are in.
Well, it's really funny because my dad had a massive 80s moustache and we were growing up. And once he just decided to shave it off. And it's, when you're
Shocking,
a kid
isn't it?
and it's your dad, it looks really different when he's got an 80s-style moustache and off it goes. I mean, it was like very much like Rivals. You've seen, the moustache.
It is literally like...
Declan's
it's like
moustache.
someone just
It's
done that.
weird.
You're like,
But you know what? You're not alone. Lots of people out there get a real shock. Well, lots of babies in particular get a big shock when their dad shaves off. Let's have a look at some of these. Let's have a look. It's kind of
Absolutely
like a stranger, isn't it? I
devastating.
know.
I feel like that's how a lot of girlfriends feel as well. When their boyfriend shaves their beard.
And you have to go, yeah, I really like it. It's
With that shit.
Honest.
Oh, no. Thank you so much for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload new content every single day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the morning.